Good afternoon and welcome to the 2025 season for boys soccer here at U32. I'm Carl Parton. I'll be bringing you the call in today's matchup, which features the Rice Green Knights against the U32 Raiders, the opening game of the regular season for both of these teams. CVTsport.net is bringing you this live stream action of this U32 soccer matchup. Very proud to be bringing you the opening game for U32 Boys Soccer. And we got a little late start here because of some thunder earlier in the day, but it's beautiful now. Rice will be in the white jerseys with white shorts, U32 in the blue tops with the black shorts, and Rice will be going left to right on your screen. U32 CVT Sport is proud to be bringing you our 18th year of covering high school sports, proud to be part of the memories that we help preserve here, and some exciting sports action. U32 comes into today's game with a couple very good preseason outings. After losing 8 starters, this U32 Raider team had a 1-0 victory over St. Johnsbury, and another victory, 3-0 as well in the preseason. I wanted to say Mount Anthony, but that's a team that might be coming up for the Raiders. Getting things started here, and we've got some new numbers to learn out there. Chase Piquel will be running the left side back. Riley Catterett in the goal for U32. This one tipped out by Braden O'Donnell. That's a name we're going to be saying a lot for the U32 Raiders this year. 4 goals in the first 2 scrimmages this season, and really stepped up through club soccer in the offseason and playing tough now. That one's played out of bounds. It's going to be the first corner kick, and it's going to be played by the Rice Knights. Theo Broussard, the junior midfielder, will step up to take this. I talked to Coach Mike Noyes before the match. He's a little concerned about just this, where the U32 Raiders want to be able to handle the corner kicks. So we'll keep an eye on this. The first corner opportunity, Catterett goes up and makes the grab. Great play by Catterett in a crowd of white and blue jerseys, and a booming punt for Catterett. Catterett in his first year as a starter for the U32 Raiders. Had a couple opportunities last year when the starting keeper Pitsley was injured. This one played out of bounds. Good effort there by Charlie Piquel, who had a hat trick last year against Spalding, so he's going to be up top for the Raiders this year. They're going to need some scoring from him. Ball played long to the far side and played back. Well played by Alex Aslickson, sent forward. And this is the first year in several years that Rice has been on the U32 regular season schedule. Probably six or 7 years back, a game between these two teams got really physical. Officials had to stop it. A U32 player had his leg broken in that one, and Rice ended up losing that one by forfeit because of the intensity and the physicality in that one. So Rice back on the U32 Raiders schedule now. This one on the far side, played out of bounds. Here's the throw in, and that's going to be, well, the official wanted that further up the line. And it's Aslickson playing it in the middle. Good physical defense that time on the far side. Played out of bounds, Benicio Hawk, but it will be the second corner kick for the Knights of Rice. Broussard will take it again. And the Raiders are going to get tested on their corner once more. Broussard with a nice one. First touched, and Catterett's there. That was deflected off a U32 player, but does go out of play harmlessly. Booming punt again by Catterett. Played back to the keeper for the Knights. That's Ricky Carroll. Carroll sends it forward. First touch by U32. Well played by Broussard to send it back to Carroll. Played in, and good first touch there by the Knights. Streaking down the far side. It will be Seamus O'Neill. O'Neill crosses one in the middle. Played away by Schrader. Duncan Schrader, the senior center back. The officials let them play on as the Raiders with a counterattack here. O'Donnell had it, and the Rice Knights probably got a little intel about the Raiders. They're going to keep O'Donnell marked up as well as they can to keep the ball off of his foot. Crossed into the middle by Crary. Here's a shot. It's low. Carteret with another save. Carteret's been Johnny on the spot so far for U32. And this one played into the middle. Good challenge on the far side by Toby Brown. Toby Brown in his second year in the center mid spot for U32. He's got some experience back there. Bull strong in that center defensive back spot. Here's a nice through ball ahead to O'Neill. O'Neill crosses it. Nifty footwork by Crary. He's dispossessed by Piquel. Piquel with a nice play and clears it away. Chase Piquel, a true defender's mentality out there. He's got a lot of minutes last year as a freshman. Now he's going to step up as a starter this year for this young U32 team. 8 starters graduated for Mike Noyes in the U32 Raiders last year. Here's Piquel again, plays it to the outside. Cut back into the middle by Chase Cassell for Rice. Good field reversal. Played away. Here's O'Donnell. Give him room to work and he'll make things happen. Nice stop and go by O'Donnell. And he's quickly double teamed. And it will be a throw-in for Rice. Shiloh Weiss on the sideline helping Mike Noyes this year. Superstar last year, graduated, one of the key components to that strong U32 program. And that whole class, that senior class last year was soccer smart, soccer ready. Piquel with a nice one touch ahead to O'Donnell. O'Donnell fakes the shot, cuts back. He's quickly challenged by the double and triple team, and he's going to see that the whole season, I have a feeling. There are people are going to get the scouting report on this U32 Raider team, and Carteret pulls it back, and he's going to punt this one forward, and O'Donnell is going to get a steady diet of double and triple teams. This one slides over the sideline. It will be a throw-in for Rice. Haslick's in with the throw. The one-timer into the middle. O'Donnell gets a foot on it. Nice touch by Duncan Schrader that time to break things up. Good possession by Cassell, going outside looking for his teammate Crary. Crary tries to send one into the middle, but Houston is there. Knock it away. Aiden Houston was an outside back last year. He's going to move into the maybe center defensive midi spot and kind of fill in for the big shoes of Caden Bodock-Turner, who was in that spot last year for U32. Nice defensive stop that time by Owen Cook, the junior back for Rice. Good fake and take. Crary with a cross to the far post. Good hustle and help by Cam Lino, getting a foot on that one. Here's a foot race down the right side. Excellent through ball. Piquel was there, but he was quickly double teamed. Excellent defense by Chase Lyford, one of the captains, senior captain, center back for Rice, along with Owen Cook. Here's the throw in for the Knights. One touch back. Excellent trap on the far side. Here's a cross into the middle. Deflected toward goal. Easy one to handle for Carteret, though. Carteret has a lot of composure. As I said, he did get an opportunity last year. He got a start for the U32 varsity team. And when he was called upon to go into action, he performed very well. It'll be a throw-in for U32 now. Played back, and that one's going to go over the sideline. Owen Cook got the touch on that. He could feel the footsteps behind him, and as a defender, sometimes that's the wise play. Coming up to take the throw-in is Benicio Hawk. Hawk, a sophomore, making his start. There's the one-timer, and what a save by Carroll. Excellent strike that time. I think it was Alden Bond. Got the boot on that one, put it on target, and Carroll was up to the task that time, but great look for U32. Piquel tries to clear that away. It's deflected, and running onto it, out of bounds, is Theo Washburn. Chase Piquel will take the throw-in, gets it on the foot of Aiden Houston. Here's the throw-in by Senesac, and it's going to be an illegal throw. A multi-use facility, you can see the light, really faint blue lines are the soccer pitch, and I think that time they got stepped over. Here's Washburn, challenged by Bond. Nice look ahead. Running onto it is Cam Lino. Lino sends it back into the middle. Washburn with a good composure, good touch that time to get it back on the Rice attack. On the far side, it's Crary, Toby Brown in his pocket, and Brown kicks it over the sideline. Aslickson with a throw-in. Cleared away by Brown. Nice volley that time by Aslickson. And that one's going to go over the sideline. It will be a throw-in for U32. So booted over the sideline, cleared out by Evan Breton, senior captain. We've got a U32 sub checking in. Looks like Hunter Gross, the freshman midfielder, into the game. Mike Noyes was pretty pleased about his bench this year. He's got 4 or 5 guys he thinks he can put in there, and they can contribute off the bench. So even though he lost 8 seniors, he still has the depth and ability to get other peoples in there. I think this is Carter Bodwin also. Crossed into the middle. No, that was Anikio Fair with that throw-in, who's checked into the game. Here's the counterattack by Rice, but Brown is there with a nice turn kick to send that one forward. O'Donnell's there, plays it back. Here's Bond running onto it, but chased down well. Excellent defense that time by Owen Cook. O'Donnell gets the boot off. It's deflected. Nice block by Lyford, the defender for Rice. Broussard now looking forward. Excellent touch ahead. O'Neill crosses into the middle. You'll see some footing give out a little bit here and there. It did rain for about an hour, hour and a half before this match started. We were on a thunder delay, so we may have a little slick grass out there. Here's Hawk and plays it over the sideline off a Rice attacker, so it will be a U32 throw-in. Benicio Hawk waiting for the ball people to throw it in. We've got a field hockey match going, the JV soccer game versus Rice going right behind us on the upper field, and just U32 facility is just buzzing with life again now that the school year 2025 has started. This one's going to go out of bounds off the Raiders. The throw in by Owen Cook. Running on to it is O'Neill. O'Neill with a cross, and that one's going to go behind the net over the end line. Was it deflected is the question. I believe the answer is yes, so this is going to be corner kick number 3 for the Raiders to have to defend. Broussard sends this one a little long. O'Donnell's there to head it away. And here come the Raiders back on the attack. Levi Krumperman was giving chase to that one before it was knocked away by the defender, Evan Breton for Rice. U32 still on the march. And we're going to get, I believe, an illegal throw-in. Or do they want to reposition the... Oh, it was a challenge maybe by Crary. He's given a warning. Jackson Keene getting ready to check in for U32. This ball played out to the sideline. Piquel with a nice ball down the line. Racing onto it is Alec Crocker and tipped away by the defender Chase Cassell, the junior back. It will be a Raider throw-in. Here comes Jackson Keene, the senior. He'll rush right over to take this throw-in. Keene, a multi-sport athlete, also plays, I believe, baseball and basketball. Oh. This will be Inikio Fair. Ball a little slick. Fair tries to punch it back in. Headed away nicely by Senesac. Head to O'Neill. O'Neill now looking to the outside. Gets it on the foot of Aslickson. Good challenge by O'Donnell, I believe. Weaving through defenders. Finally challenged away by Broussard. This is going to be a whistle against U32. It will be a free kick for Rice. The goalie Carroll will come up to take it. Ricky Carroll, the sophomore keeper. And it is Fair who gets ahead on that one. Cleared away. Throw in Green Knights. Owen Cook will take it onto the foot of Broussard. Nifty footwork on the far side. Crossed into the middle by Aslickson, I believe. Senesac now plays it back. Broussard taken down. Ball stays live. Here's Aslickson again. This one's going to go over the sideline. Rice throw it. Division II champion Harwood last year. Lost a lot to graduation. Still had a very strong program coming back. I got a chance to talk to Jamie Bigham of the Times-Argus and some other folks in the know, including our cameraman, Keegan Rossi. And it sounds like Harwood is going to be down a few players they thought were going to be playing this year. So they may have a little more difficulty in their defense of their championship than maybe early predictors would have foretold. Ball on the foot of Desitals now. This one's going to be a whistle, perhaps an offsides. Free kick for U32. Jonah Desitals, a sophomore for the Green Knights. Ball sent ahead. First touch, though, by Breton of Rice. Here's the turn by Desitals. Goes to the outside. Quick one-timer back. Again, Cataract with a great save. That was a strong strike in the middle. I believe it was struck by Seamus O'Neill, the senior. They have him listed as a BMS, back, midfielder, and striker. He's up top right now playing the striker spot. Versatile player for Rice. Oh, great tap around by Crary. Crary lobs one in, but Cataract is there again. Riley is off to a great start between the pipes for U32. Played outside to Jackson Keene. Keene looking to play it back. There's Crary again. Crary's got some quick feet. This one played out of bounds off a U32 defender, so it will be a throw-in for Senesac and the Knights. We've got substitutes checking in. Houston coming back in for U32. Joseph Alexander for Rice. Ball played back, Alexander into the middle. Dangerous place. Brown trying to get a little space to get rid of it. He finally does. Here's O'Donnell up top now. That dribble gets away from him a little bit. U32 is going to recover. Keene, one-timer in the middle to Houston. Houston looking for the one-timer back. Crary picks that one off. Here's the move by Alexander around the corner. And he's run off the ball. Good, strong defensive play by Duncan Schrader that time to win U32 the goal kick. Cataract now will play the short game. They'll try to draw Rice up onto the defensive end. This one played out of bounds, and it will be a U32 throw-in. Crocker will take the throw for U32. First touch by Rice. Running onto it is Alexander. Alexander plays it back onto the foot of Crary. Cassell now. Cassell did a great job picking that pass off. It was intended for O'Donnell, and he had some space down that left wing, had it connected. Here's Keene stepping up on one. He's looking long for O'Donnell. Racing back onto it for Rice is Breton. Breton plays it back to his keeper, Carroll. Carroll now on the reversal, onto the foot of Cook. Into the middle, onto the foot of Krumperman. And this one out of bounds off the Knights. Will be a throw-in for U32. We have a substitute checking in. It will be Charlie Piquel back in for this left attack spot. Nico Fair will take the throw-in for U32. Onto the foot of Houston. Piquel sends this one long. It's going to go over the sideline. We're going to have a Rice throw. Chase Lyford will come back into the game for Rice, I believe, if the officials glance over. And they didn't see Lyford, so he's going to have to wait till the next out of bounds or dead ball situation. Running onto it is Desitals now. Houston giving chase. Into the middle, good step up that time by Schrader. Ball onto the outside. Attempted cross there by Cam Lino. It's deflected. Excellent body use by Desitals that time to keep possession for the Knights. Making the run ahead, Alexander. And Schrader is there to send this over the sideline. In comes Lyford now. He's going to give Cassell a break. Crary with a throw-in for Rice. One-timer back to Crary. Crary has time. Crossed into the middle. Great play by Brown. Here's Piquel now. O'Donnell. Lyford makes the deflection. This is going to go off U32, and it will be a Rice throw-in. No score yet. Really, the story of the game has been outstanding goal play by Riley Cataract, and they're going to get a whistle on U32. You can lean a little bit, but when your hands come out or the elbows come out, you're going to get called for the pushing foul. Even if it's not really impactful, just it looked bad. Here's the free kick into the box. Going up for, I think, was Schrader. No, it might have been Brown, actually. Center back spot. Good challenge by O'Donnell. This is going to go over the sideline. It will stay Rice ball. U32 schedule typically has tougher teams early, maybe a Division I program. Rice certainly a difficult challenge early in the season, and a lot of the complexion of their season can be decided in the first few games. If they get a couple early wins, big point wins, that can really move them up the table and, ideally get them a home playoff game or two. This one's sent forward over the sideline. Piquel to Piquel working there with each other. Cook now in the middle for Rice, looking to the far side to reverse fields. Carrying, got past one defender, does not get past Krumperman though. This one's going to go over the end line, and it will be a goal kick for U32. Played back to Cataract, live ball. He's looking long to the outside, right. This one played ahead. Nice takeaway that time by Cook. Cook with some space down the left side. Overlapping run by O'Neill. This one played high into the middle. Headed down, and there's Cataract again. I'd like to actually thank U32 boosters making this game possible, along with Wheezy's Greenhouse in Orange, Vermont, and certainly the Dion family. Always very supportive of our coverage here for CVTsport.net. So thank you to all of them. Big shout out. Good hustle by O'Donnell, but got his feet tangled up that time with Crary, and he'll get whistled for the foul. Crary slow to get up on this one. Officials are going to call a timeout. We'll get a chance. I think we have one of Cataract's saves for in the replay. Let's take a look at that. Here it is. Here's the cross. Boom! Cataract is there for a great play. And we'll take a quick break here as the trainer comes out to take a look at Crary. You are watching high school soccer on cvtsport.net, brought to you by the U32 Boosters Club, by the Dion family, and by Wheezy's Greenhouse. We'll be right back. Tournament Specialties is a proud sponsor of Central Vermont Sports. If you are in need of decorated apparel such as t-shirts, sweatshirts, hats, or outerwear, look no further. Tournament Specialties is located in Barrie and would love to work with you on taking your design to the next level. In addition to their embroidery and printing services, they now have a laser etching system that allows for custom etching on drinkware, leather, patches for caps, and other etching needs. Jeff would also be happy to discuss custom online storefront options for your organization. If you are looking for a creative way to fundraise, this has proven to work very well for many local teams and organizations. To learn more, email Jeff at tournamentdesigns@gmail.com. Corner kick number 4 for Rice. Here's Broussard taking it. On target, and this, nope, it's going to be out of bounds. It will be a goal kick for U32. Had technical audio difficulties there. Crary was helped off the field. Like might have been a lower leg injury, and Raiders have possession of the ball now. Here's Houston. Good ball movement. Brown has some space now. Great movement without the ball by U32. Brown looking long and ahead. Sent back into the U32 zone by Breton. Crossed into the middle. Here's Houston. Plays it to the outside. Brown looking for the clear, and it finds its way through to Charlie Piquel. Here's a nice attack by U32. Hunter Gross over there, weaving his way through defenders. Nice footwork by the freshman. Good stuff over there. Always like seeing those young players and see what we can expect. And young players, freshmen especially, just get more confident and stronger through the year, but definitely through the years they play. So it's fun watching a budding star for U32 on that right wing spot. Here's Gross for the takeaway. This going to go over the sideline, throwing for U32. Under 5 to play here in the first half. Still no score. Again, over the sideline, off Rice. Long throwing into the middle, intended for Ivan St. Ange Cassavant. Here's Washburn looking ahead onto the boot of Alexander. Good play into the middle. Here's the one-timer shot and a score. Seamus O'Neill with 3:47 to go. That will put Rice up 1-0. And a perfectly timed ball. O'Neill a step on sides, if that, but it does put Rice on top, 1-0. Nothing Cataract could have done about that one. It was a tough breakdown to the defense there and just a perfectly timed run, perfectly placed ball by Rice. See how U32 bounces back down 1-0. There's the run by Desitals. Ball on the foot of Alexander. Here's a shot, and that's going to go wide right. Goal kick U32. Not sure if we had sound on, but again, we'd like to thank the Dion family, U32 Boosters, and Wheezy's Greenhouse in Orange for helping us make this U32 Boys Soccer action possible. There's a shot, and it's a post. Excellent strike there by Alexander. Two great opportunities, and Cataract got some help from his best friend, the goalpost that time. Nearly a 2-0 lead for Rice. They will earn their 5th corner kick, I believe, on this one, though. It will be Broussard again taking it. Here's the run by the Knights. First touch by U32, tipped away. Sent right back into play by Cook. Crossed into the middle. Here's the turn. Good challenge by Schrader. Ball played in by Breton, but it will go over the sideline. U32 will take the throw. U32 has not had a lot of opportunities. They had one great look early on, unable to convert. Excellent save by Carroll. Other than that, Rice has really dominated the chances and opportunities, and fortunately for the U32 Raiders, Cataract has stepped up. Here's another shot, Cataract with another save. Cataract lets his teammates clear out a bit before he sends that booming putt well over midfield. Running onto it is Bond. Bond now looking toward the middle. Almost had Piquel. Excellent deflection defensively that time by Cook for Rice. Here's Brown. Headed down. Desital crosses it into the middle. Looking to Cassell. Played outside by O'Neal. Schrader with a nice head away. Booted back in, but over the end line, and it will be a goal kick, U32. Cataract looking long, finds Chase Piquel. Washburn picks this one off. There's some space. And well defended. Houston came back hard. Brown held his ground. Cataract was able to pick that one up. Time ticking away here in the first half. Cataract's going to boom a punt forward. Here's a long strike as time ticks away by Broussard. That's going to be it. So after one half of play, it's the Seamus O'Neal goal, putting Rice up 1-0 over U32. You are watching Boys High School Soccer on CVTsport.net. We'll be back with the second half in just a few moments.
Vermont middle and high school students can start college for free at the Community College of Vermont. Get a taste of college life and learn about options after high school by attending an Access Day and enrolling in our Intro to College and Careers class. Juniors and seniors are eligible for 2 dual enrollment vouchers, each good for 1 free CCV course. And seniors can complete their last year of high school and first year of college at the same time through the Early College Program. They can even stay at CCV and earn a free associate degree through the McClure Free Degree Promise. Learn more at gotocollegevt.org.
Why does a community bank matter? We're trying to help people find a way to make their lives better, their children's lives better, their grandchildren's lives better. People still want to be able to walk into the bank. It's really important to know that your branch is around the corner when you have real problems. We can absolutely be a billion-dollar bank and still care about our individual clients. It's your money. You worked really hard for it, and we take it very seriously.
This game is made possible by locally owned Packard Fuels. Located in East Montpelier, Vermont, Packard Fuels is a proud and generous supporter of local high school sports and community events. Packard Fuels, your provider of home heating oil and service with a friendly staff that greets you with a smile. Owned by Ellery Packard III, Packard Fuels, 802-262-3835. Packard Fuels, keeping you warm.
This game is also made possible by Vermont Fellowship of Christian Athletes, established in 1954, a community working to see the world transformed by Jesus Christ through the influence of coaches and athletes. You can find more information at fcavermont.org, and you can contact them by email at glennolson@fca.org.
score. Thanks for joining us on this CVTsport.net local high school sports video production. If you'd like to help support our coverage, you can use the Venmo or PayPal app and just scan the QR codes above to donate and help support our free live coverage. If you'd like to join the CVTsport.net team, we're always looking for producers, commentators, and camera people. Email info@cvtsport.net for more information. Thanks for watching. We would like to once again thank our sponsors, the Dion family, Wheezy's Greenhouse in Orange, Vermont, and certainly the U32 Boosters for making this U32 Boys High School Soccer match possible. We have at least 2 more U32 Boys games on our docket, at least 3 U32 Girls games, and we'll be covering the U32 football home games as well here on CVTsport.net. Thanks for joining us for another season number 19 for CVTsport.net, and thanks for joining us. And we're very proud to be helping preserve the memories for friends, families, fans, and players around the Central Vermont area. We'll be back with the second half where the Rice Green Knights lead the U32 Raiders 1-0 in just a moment. Welcome back to the second half of this CVTsport.net presentation of boys high school soccer from high atop Gallison Hill, where the U32 Raiders are trailing the Rice Green Knights by a score of 1-0. Excellent through ball to Seamus O'Neill, who buried it far corner. And the Raiders will kick off to start the second half. Ball played back. Piquel with a nice move on the far side. Quickly double teamed. Good defense there by O'Neill, the goal scorer for Rice. Played out of bounds. Again, a U32 throw in. Back to Piquel. Piquel with a throw. Looking ahead and needs to come all the way back. It's going to be a illegal throw call, and it will be Rice now getting the throw in. Down the line, Piquel with a one-timer over the sideline. Rice will throw again. Here's Cataract, who's going to throw it over to the sideline. And this one goes out of bounds over the sideline. Welcome back to the second half of this CVTsport.net. And here's the ball for Rice on the attack. Crossed into the middle. Great passing by Rice, but broken up. And there's going to be an offsides call. Brown will go back to take it for U32. Booming kick. Head to O'Donnell. Good challenge up front by Cook. Cook now getting things started for the Knights. On the near side is Aslickson. Aslickson with a stop and go. Being tracked down by Cam Lino. Lino plays that one away. It's going to be corner kick number 6 for the Knights. Here's the kick by Broussard into the middle. Deflected by a Knight. Running onto it now for U32 is Crumperman. Here's the counter by U32. The long ball looking ahead for O'Donnell. It's a foot race. O'Donnell's on it. O'Donnell takes the shot. Oh, and it's tipped by Carroll just wide right of the post. What a great opportunity for U32. O'Donnell tries to sneak it by, but cat-like reflexes by Carroll. U32 will get their first corner kick. O'Donnell will take the corner to the far post, and it clears everything. Washburn is there for Rice. Played back and played away by Breton. Great opportunity again for U32. They've had a couple nice looks, but Carroll has really done great. The sophomore between the pipes there for Rice has been spectacular. Piquel with a nice cross into the middle. Here's O'Donnell again. Gets it to his left foot. He's ridden off the ball, and good strong defense by the Knights. Washburn looking long down the line. Schrader holds his ground well for U32. Houston knocked away but kept in play. This one played out of bounds by O'Neill. It will be a U32 throw-in. Piquel with a throw-in. Here's O'Neal now, looking forward. Schrader on the run. Alexander for Rice. Taps it off, crossed into the middle. Camlino battles through the contact. This one played all the way back to Carroll. Ahead it goes to Sunasak, or Broussard rather. Here's Lino again. Oh, nice. Gets through two defenders. Excellent move this time by Krumperman. Played back nicely by Cassell. Good challenge by O'Donnell on Carroll. Good ball moving in the back by Rice, getting themselves angles to come with that counterattack. Strong challenge by Alec Crocker. Desitals now. Here's the slide tackle, and he's going to earn his team a free kick. I think Crocker slid on that wet grass a little farther than he thought he would and made contact that time right through Desitalt. Will be Broussard now with a free kick from a good angle. We've got a two-man wall stepped up. They play it back onto the foot of O'Neal. He takes the shot, but this one is high and wide. Raiders play it short. Here's Cataract. Has to play that a little quick, and Schrader can't save it because before it goes over the sideline. Excellent challenge that time. Good hustle by O'Neal to push the pace against the Raiders. Washburn with a cross. Cataract is there. Steady, reliable hands of Riley Cataract makes the save. The grab on the cross anyway. Kept in play by Aslickson. Looking for the 1-2 game with Broussard. Here's Toby Brown now. Clears it toward the Rice end. This one's going to find its way over the sideline. Broussard reverses fields for Rice. Ball played ahead. Looks like U32 might have moved a man up into a little more offensive setup with Cataract with another save to maybe create some more offense. Schrader may have moved to that left back. Extra man in the middle to put some more pressure on this attack by Rice. Well played by Krumperman. Houston surrounded by white jerseys. Coming away with it is Alexander. Here's O'Neal now looking outside. That should be offsides, and it is. Washburn about a half a step beyond the last U32 defender. Brown takes the free kick. First touch by Cassell for Rice. Here's the counter. Washburn outside to O'Neal. O'Neal with a cross into the middle. One-timer by Aslickson goes wide and right. Nico Fair back into the game. Good challenge by Rice on the short corner play. It will be a Green Knight throw-in. This one cleared away. Good step up by Cassell. Cassell looking forward onto the foot of Aslickson. Back to Cook. Cook with a cross. Washburn gets a head on it, but this one goes up and over the crossbar. Rice really moving up their attack here. They know U32 typically goes short to draw them in. Cataract sends it long up the middle this time. Headed right back in by Chase Lyford. Here's O'Donnell. O'Donnell plays it back. Houston now. Brown clears it out over the sideline. Got a trio of Raiders checking in next time. Looks like Piquel, Keene, and Benicio Hawk. That's going to go over the end line, and Hawk, Keene, and Piquel will check into the game. Oh, it might be Ivan St. Ange Cassavant checking in on that far side, not Piquel. There's O'Donnell with a nice win. Here's the shot. Good effort that time. Got under it a little bit, but confident by Crumperman pulling the trigger there as he stepped up and got that loose ball. Goal kick by Carroll and Rice. They go short, far side. The one man up challenging for U32. Here's Breton now, picking up some real estate on the dribble. Schrader with a nice kick away. Schrader again. And here's an opportunity for Rice. Here's the shot, and Cataract with a great save again. That was a great cutback that time. Very deceptive by Senesac. The momentum was going toward the far post, and he snuck it back, but Cataract was didn't bite on the fake and was right there to make that save. O'Donnell now with a challenge. Good footwork and steady play by Cook on the defense. Houston with a nice behind the back kick move. Houston again looking outside. Well played by Crumperman. Jackson Keene crossed into the middle. That one shouldered down. It was very close between shoulder and bicep. No call. Here's Piquel. Nice field reversal to the far side. Crumperman back to Piquel. And this one's going to go over the sideline. Throw in U32. U32 with their new formation getting a little more pressure on the U32 Knights here in the second half. So played out of bounds, another U32 throw-in. Good, strong defensive play that time on the far side by Schrader. Through ball picked off, well defended by Cook. Good challenge by Fair. This one's going to go out of bounds off U32. Throw in Rice. Cook will take the throw in for the Knights. We knew this was going to be a challenge for U32 here early in the season. Rice always a team that plays strong, plays physical. They get athletes from all around central and northwestern Vermont that do come to Rice to play. Girls team has been a perennial Division II power, and the boys have had their seasons where they were very, very strong. Excellent stop by Schrader. Houston is there. Head to Krumperman. And rolled into Cataract. Catarat's going to throw one long, looking for Keene. Nice one-touch trap by Keene. Nice through ball by Keene to O'Donnell. It's a foot race. Carroll, O'Donnell, and Carroll out of the box. Plays it with his feet and clears it away. That was another great opportunity for U32. Half a step away from an open net for O'Donnell and the Raiders. Keene plays this one in. Nobody making a run for U32, so Carroll's able to handle that one. Krumperman plays it outside to Piquel. Nice cutback. Piquel looking down the line to St. Ange Cassavant, who tries to cross one, but it goes out of bounds. It's going to be a corner kick number 2 for the Raiders. Looks like they may be setting up the short corner play. They loved this play last year with Shiloh Weiss, Caden Bodock Turner, both quick-footed, good decision makers. This year they use it as a decoy, and they cross it in. Keene's there. Keene pulls the trigger just wide right. Another great opportunity. Jackson had snuck through a couple defenders there and got a huge boot on it. Maybe a little too much power, not enough precision on that one, but another good look for U32. Rice certainly surviving some scares. Carroll taking his time for this goal kick. The official walking a player over. And it looks like he may have been reaching into his pocket. And yet there's a card. It's going to go on the freshman Levi Krumperman. Not sure. I didn't see him do anything wrong, so it might have just been a expression of verbal displeasure that the official did not like. Carroll will take the goal kick for the Rice Knights. Krumperman has had some great minutes. He's got speed, he's got footwork, and not afraid to mix it up with some upperclassmen as a freshman. So his star is going to shine bright here for U32 the next few years. Good challenge by Jackson Keene. He's had some good minutes out there here in this second half, really making things happen for U32. Be Nico Fair now, taking the throw in for U32. It's a long one into the middle. Oh, boomed away. Brown is there. He's got time. Finding his teammate on the sideline, Benicio Hawk. He's challenged. Good challenge by Senesac. And Brown taps it out of bounds, allows his teammates to get back and set up their defense. Our next definite U32 game, football game, isn't until the 19th. They start the season on the road for a couple. Played into the middle. Nice cutback by Broussard. Broussard really a playmaker. This one served in, deflected toward the net. And it's going to go to the end line. Should be a goal kick. U32. And it is not. I am wrong. So that's going to be corner kick number 7. Broussard will step up to take it. The junior midfielder, Theo Broussard. It's a good one. Nice footwork by Piquel. Sends it ahead to O'Donnell. Good step up by Brenton to keep it in for Rice. Here's Senesac with time. Piquel with another nice ball. Strong play by Albertson, or by Brenton. No, it was Albertson. Head that one away. That was Brenton deflecting it off a U32 defender. Brenton with a throw-in. Nice step up by Brown on the outside to Keene. Keene with a great through ball. O'Donnell, can't get all he wants on it. He was quickly swarmed by Rice defenders, but again, U32 knocking on the door. A nice move by St. Onge Cassavant that time to get the ball out there where O'Donnell could do something with it. Here's O'Donnell again. Just great defense by this Rice team. They do not give the U32 players time to get a second touch on it. Hard strike that time by Fair. This one goes wide right of the net. Carroll and the Knights will take the goal kick. O'Donnell up pressuring for U32. Carroll goes long. First touch by a Raider. I think it's Schrader. Keene with a nice step up. Senesac comes away with it. Keene hustles right back to pressure him. Played back to Cook. Cook into the middle. Finding Broussard. Broussard switches fields. A little too much pace on that. Piquel now takes it to the outside. Piquel with a nice ball forward right onto the foot of O'Donnell. O'Donnell with a nutmeg, but run off the ball. And he is going to win the call this time. It's going to be a free kick for U32. Going into the box, Houston will step up to take it. Aiden Houston, a nice service in on the 6, but it's headed away. I think that might have been Albertson again. Played right back in for U32. This one's going to go down the sideline, though. Out of bounds will be Breton and the Knights with the throw-in. Nice takeaway, that time by Fair. Fair pulls the trigger again and just wide right. Fair's got a big boot out there, and when he finds some space, he can unleash it. Definitely keeps the defense honest. Alden Bond back into the game for U32 and that center attack midi spot. Played out of bounds. Nice play by Brown. This one's going to go over the sideline. Again, allowing his teammates to get back and shore up the defensive positioning. Here's the throw-in by Senesac. Senesac plays it in. Knocked away by the U32 defense. Fair with a takeaway. Looking to the outside. U32 with some space. Here's O'Donnell with a run. Carroll steps up nicely. Sends it right back into the U32 end. Schrader, or Brown with a kick and clear away. Brown rock solid, Schrader rock solid back in that center defensive spot for U32, deflecting that attack. Good three-man game by Rice. This one chipped in. Brown heads it down. Washburn can't turn on that one, and it's going to go over the end line. Brown plays it back to Cataract. Cataract, strong ball, too strong that time. It's going to be corner kick number 8. Rice is getting a little aggressive. They're not respecting the goal kick of U32, and they're pressuring right up on the ball. We have a couple subs getting ready to check in for U32 as well. Here's Brossard's corner kick, deflected and knocked away. And that's going to be a little tug against U32. It's going to be a free kick. Stepping up to take it will be Breton. Bond with a nice play away. It's going to go over the end line. Hunter Gross getting ready to check back into the game along with Cam Lino for U32. Yeah, Mike Noyes said he liked his bench, and we've had a lot of contributions for this U32 team. A lot of players can come in and make things happen out there for the Raiders. I don't think the subs were all the way off, so the U32 Raiders are going to have to restart their restart. Here's Brown with the goal kick. There you go. That's going to keep Rice a little bit honest and not let him over-challenge. Houston with a good challenge. Here's Piquel looking outside. This one's going to go off a Raider. Will be Breton with a throw-in. This one's going to go off Rice, so it will be Piquel and U32 with the throw. Another U32 throw-in. Rice defended themselves a little bit on that one, and it's going to be out of bounds again, so will be another throw for U32. Fair will take it. Fair plays it back to Chase Piquel. Piquel with a nice spin move. Good field reversal. Washburn with excellent hustle to go all the way across the field and finally chase that one down. Gets the 1-2 give and go from Broussard. Brown challenges, and I think nope. I thought perhaps Washburn got a boot on that, but it will be off U32. I think the far side official thought so too. Here's the throw-in for Senesac. Head to Washburn. Played back to Cataract. Oh, it's going to be offsides. Or over the end line. Brown will take it again. Here's the sub for U32 back into the game. Will be Charlie Piquel up top. They're going to add another attacker, it looks like, so perhaps going with a (4-3-3) alignment. Piquel into the game and gets his first touch early on. This one's played off a Green Knight, so it will be a throw-in for the Raiders. Fair will take it. Again. Fair with a long throw ahead, looking for Piquel. Piquel gets first boot on it. Goes over the sideline now. Throw in for the Knights. They have a substitute checking in. It will be Jonah Desitels. Here's Cook playing the two-man game. Houston looking ahead for O'Donnell. O'Donnell did a good job chesting that one down, but came off hard. Bond now earns the throw-in for his team. He'll take it. Alden Bond looking into the middle to Houston. Running onto the ball is Broussard trying to get things started. This one's going to go hard over the end line. It will be a goal kick for the Raiders. Raiders have had the better opportunities, most certainly here in the second half. Unable to convert. And again, I talked to Mike Noyes before the game, and one of his concerns was, finding that attack, finding that striker. He lost his top 5 scorers last year to graduation. Certainly Maddox Heiss, Shiloh Weiss, epic goal scorers and an excellent combination. Zach Parton off the left wing was good for 9 or 10 a season as well. So that was a lot of loss for that U32 Raider team as far as putting it in the back of the net. So played out of bounds. Another good effort in attack under 10 minutes here in the second half. It will be fair for U32 taking the throw. O'Donnell quickly double and triple teamed. He has had a swarm of bodies around him every time he touched the ball. He might have to get used to that this season. I was talking about, U32 looking for their goal scorer, and he's option number 1 for preseason goals for O'Donnell, and I think most teams are going to figure that out really quickly, and he's going to really have to find ways to sneak around and get himself open. Piquel with a nice run on the far side, looking forward. Touched by Aslickson. Here's the run on the far side. Piquel chases down his attacker. Good hustle, though, on the far side by O'Neill. And it will be a Rice throw-in. O'Neill will dump it off to Aslickson for the throw. Ahead he goes to Desitals. Oh, no, correction. That was actually, oh yeah, it was Jonah Desitals. Piquel in pursuit, and that's going to be a whistle. Good job that time by Breton, using his body to shield that one. Piquel's a hockey player too. That's totally clean in hockey. A little bump check there. That you play on in hockey. Didn't get away with it here as the left winger. Schrader in chase. Nice ball ahead. Excellent look that time from Cam Lino. O'Donnell gets run off the ball by Lyford, and Carroll has time now. Houston really attacking out there. Played in, Cataract is there to sweep it up. We're going to see a Cataract punt. Boy, he really has a good boot. Good coordination on that. That's a weapon to have somebody who can clear it beyond midfield. Put you on the attack when you're on the defense. Desitals now for Rice. Plays it back. Played in. Chase Piquel with a nice kick away. Here's Cook now, playing it back in for Rice onto the foot of Broussard. He was looking outside, but knocked it off the back of the heel of O'Neill. Boomed back into the offensive end by Lyford. Cam Lino again looking forward. Senesac now. Great trap by Schrader to knock it down. Desital tries to cross it in the middle. Lino is there, gets around a defender, looking long and forward. O'Donnell's there. Ridden off the ball, and he's going to earn the whistle. Fair now. Booms it in play. Over 2 defenders. Here's the turn. Nice effort by Piquel. Charlie was up there. He did a good job waiting for that one to come down. Got a good look, but a tough angle. And Carroll's there to make the save again. Ricky Carroll plays it outside to his left to Cook. Cook finds Senesac. Senesac into the middle to Broussard, and this one's going to go over the sideline. I think Broussard wanted the 1-2, the give and go. It didn't happen. Subs into the game. Ivan St. Ange Cassavant along with Levi Krumperman. Nice look from Krumperman to O'Donnell. O'Donnell gets by one defender. O'Donnell crossed into the middle. There's the header. Oh, just over the crossbar. Great effort, great opportunity again for U32. I believe that was Fair in the middle. No, that was Piquel. He was in the right place, just didn't rise up quite enough to be able to head it down. Nice cross by O'Donnell there. And again, a great opportunity for U32. They've been knocking on that door, just unable to get it past Carroll. Here's Washburn now with a through ball. O'Neill gets the shot off. Carteret is there. Good strong play by Tobias Brown to frustrate that shot by O'Neill. So it's sent deep into the Rice end over the sideline. Will be a throw in for Breton. U32 will win the throw. St. Ange Cassavant with a throw. Another U32 throw. No, this one's going to go toward Rice. Now the Raiders win it. Here's Piquel. Boomed away by Breton. Ball in the middle. Schrader with a nice step up. And a player down for Rice. Cassell is able to get up and walk off under his own power. And it will be a drop ball now. U32 should just get possession, I believe. Looks like they're going to give Houston. Houston tees it up and sends it in, and it's headed away by the Rice defender. I believe it was Broussard. Houston into the middle, finds Krumperman. Krumperman looking outside onto the foot of Charlie Piquel. Piquel trying to get around the corner, and he wins his team a corner kick. Corner kick number 3 for the Raiders. Braden O'Donnell will step up to take it for U32. Good opportunity, time ticking away. Houston comes over to threaten the short corner. O'Donnell lobs one up. It's a little long, and that's going to go over the end line. Carroll will take his time on this goal kick. Clinging to that 1-0 lead, the Raiders have really knocked on the door. They've really shown Coach Mike Noyes some good stuff out there today. Just unable to seal the deal and put one in the net. Ball played back to Cook. Cook with some time. O'Donnell uses his body well to get that one. Here's Piquel with a crossover. Oh, well defended back there, but great move by Piquel. Chase, Piquel. Ahead to St. Ange Cassavant. Lino. Senesac now. You can see the urgency out there for U32. Ridden off the ball, and O'Neill's going to get called for the whistle. Under a minute to go. Raiders have to set it and get something quick. Houston will take it. Plays it in around almost to the 18. Kelleher up top now for Rice. Played into the middle. O'Donnell's there, and here's the shot, and just wide left. Excellent opportunity and strike there. I think it was Piquel from the back. It was Chase Piquel. Again, the Raiders had so many nice-looking opportunities here in the second half. Really dominated play in the second half, but unable to finish. Time ticking away. Here's Carroll's goal kick. It's a long one. O'Neill playing it into the corner, and that's going to do it. The Rice Green Knights defeat the U32 Raiders 1-0. Excellent effort by both teams. Seamus O'Neill gets the lone goal of the game. And that's going to do it for this opening game here for CVTsport.net. We're going to have more boys and girls U32 soccer for you here on CVTsport.net coming up. I'd like to thank our cameraman and also Keegan Rossi. I'd also like to thank our sponsors for today. Certainly the U32 Boosters Club, the Dion family, and Wheezy's Greenhouse making this game possible. Thanks for joining us on this CVTsport.net presentation. Once again, final score, 1 for the Rice Knights, 0 for the U32 Raiders. Vicanios, my friends. One more item of business before we go. We're going to pick our tournament specialties player of the game, and they get the coveted CVTsport.net tournament specialties player of the game t-shirt. We're going to give it to U32 goalkeeper Riley Catterat. Outstanding game between the pipes today, and so congratulations, you are the player of the game. Good afternoon, everybody. This has been a high school sports video production by CVTsport.net, your local sports video leader. It's also brought to you by CVTV. CVTV723.org.
My daddy